I'm sorry I cannot be bound to some very ironclad, no fun allowed. The rest of the party is miserable because they have to have someone in their party who shits on everything that has no flexibility. Those are the
a paladin.
Not all paladins are that way. Thank God, newer versions of the game have enhanced it. Fiction has enhanced the idea of what a holy warrior, a paladin who does badass shit, of killing evil. Sorry, I understand ancient French rules of paladinness. Yeah, but there are.
Well, you're changing the definition to suit someone else's needs. It sounds like.
But the thing here is that
I think people want to use the word paladin because it sounds cool with its previous context. I would be much happier if people used a different word because it just sounds like.
And that's why later books gave us champions, which are British paladins with the name shaved off, and said, "Look, it's literally paladin. Does everything paladin does, but now it's more opened up." And
paladin.
There is other fiction out there that can be legitimately.
But that's just you just used the key word there, fiction. I'm going by dictionaries as opposed to fiction where people make up.
Oh God, here we go.
We play a game of fiction. We are fighting fictional creatures. If I want to go play in Antguard or go play in a historical reenactment where I'm playing a French paladin knight, I will go with the French definition of paladin. But
so you'd be a palace guard.
But I'm not playing a French knight of a certain king. I'm playing a magically powered badass who, because my god says I'm more awesome than you, I can do cool shit. Because I'm a divinely empowered badass, I have the ability to not suffer from disease. I can heal people by going high five. And I can
clearly I have had enough to drink tonight. This is great.
or hey, you're not my alignment. Smite. And suddenly they explode. Why? Because I have divine awesomeness. And you are. Am I good? You're evil. Okay. Am I evil? You're good. All right. Am I law? You're chaos. Cool. Smush. Sploot. Fountain of blood. And that's literally, or sorry, I shoot an arrow, divine awesomeness, explosions happen. Meanwhile, you walk off and go, my saving throws are better than you and anything you can throw at me because I'm a fighter who's more awesome than the fighters. There we go. We're playing a fantasy game where I can have a dwarf, a awesome dwarf paladin of being awesome. And I was like, I know old games are that's the way the old games are, but I don't know anybody who plays the old games in person that I sit at tables with. Instead, I see people who are playing fantasy game and are enjoying fantasy game and who enjoy books that have been written.
Doesn't mean they still can't play it wrong.
But by giving them more options of like, because people have been reading more books than what we read when we were young people. When I was young, all I had was some really early D&D novels. I had some Dragonlance books, and I had my standard fantasy fiction, aka Lord of the Rings, Dragon Riders of Pern, some other classic books. But hell, I look at some of the badasses from, say, I don't know, Amber. Some of them are pretty borderline paladin awesome.